Hello, welcome to Plant-Based Large Family. Over the years, people have been asking me how big our garden is, and I've never walked it off, so I went ahead and did that today. So officially, the whole garden, everything that's fenced in, so that includes like the Japanese fireballs, that includes the magnolia trees, so it's not all plantable area. But, and we can't plant underneath the blueberry bushes. But the whole garden is 1/8 of an acre. And then the plantable part is 1/25 of an acre. I mean, I could give you square feet. It's 1,874 square feet plantable area. But I just went ahead and did the math. That's 1/25 of an acre. So 1/8 of an acre, that's fenced in. 1/25 of an acre, that's actually plantable. This week, we have been harvesting kale for our smoothies, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants. We've been eating pesto. We've been harvesting raspberries. Beans. Cucumbers. Strawberries. We've been harvesting our lettuce from our lone lettuce plant that actually survived our late summer planting, and it is just amazing. Fall planted lettuce does. It's just, there's not even a hint of bitterness. It's so great. And even in the spring when it's cool, there's just a tiny bit of bitterness. And as far as the green beans go, I don't use DE at all in the fall, and there are no holes, and they're just doing beautifully as well. So I love fall crops. Also this week, I told you last week that I planted here in this section. Stuff is starting to come up, although the kids keep forgetting they planted here and they're kind of trampling it. But this is lettuce and spinach and kale. And more kale. This is really old seed. This is like 10-year-old seed, so I just throw it out there, but it always germinates. Okay, and then one thing that my husband and the kids worked on this week were transplanting our blackberry canes. Was over in front of the house, and it did great, but the birds and the chickens that got out, and then all of the crows and birds and whatnot were busy stealing all our blackberries. So we wanted to transplant it into the garden so that when we cover it this next summer, that'll keep the birds out and we will have blackberries. Well, we didn't realize how much it had just gone crazy. So my husband was able, that's the main blackberry plant, or with all the canes coming out, and he didn't want it lying on the ground because the second they touch the ground, they root. And so he kind of rigged up this thing to support them for a little bit while they get established. And thankfully it's rained a couple days after we planted them. And then right now the boys are just, so where my husband made holes, it left quite a bit of dirt on the top, which we don't want. And so we're just putting some dry mulch on top, and then I think it's supposed to rain again today. And so that'll help them get really established. We've also come by, I remember in one of Paul's videos, he said, as soon as you plant something, go ahead and prune it, and that'll tell the roots to grow. So we've gone ahead and pruned all of them, just cut a tiny little bit off the top to encourage the roots to get established. Before my husband did this, he first chopped down the peach tree that had become diseased. So that had to go first. I do want to plant more trees, but I think I'm going to steer clear of peaches. I think I'm going to go with apples But for right now, we're sticking with what does well in our garden, which for us, that is strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Oh, and blueberries. So, you know, I hope one day we'll have apples, and I don't know what else, maybe figs, hopefully cherries, but for right now I'm just being thankful for what we do have and kind of working with that. So that is the update for this week in our Back to Eden garden. Maybe next week I will show you what our soil looks like. I haven't done that in like a year and a half or maybe even 2 years, shown how the soil has progressed over the years. So maybe I'll do that next week. So I'll see you next week. Have a great day.